Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, man. Another video, man. This is Bleach, man. Bleach in 16 minutes now. For y'all anime people out there, this is probably one of the most popular animes out there. I don't know anything about it. I know his name is his name's not Bleach. His name is Ichigo something. I don't know. Anyways, that's this guy right here. Y'all probably already know. It's gonna be a lot of spoilers in here, so if you ain't seen it, I ain't seen it. I don't really care. My man sent me this Mad King, and we about to jump into the video right now, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you're new, and let's see. If it's good, I might actually watch it, but 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not gonna watch this show. All right, let's go. Bro, I hope this has got some English in it.
Whoa! Whoa! In the beginning of Bleach, we got Ichigo Kurosaki, a purposeless protagonist. One night, Ichigo was just chilling, thinking about hentai, and that's when he meets Rukia, who randomly sneaks into his room. That's when Ichigo is like, please don't rape me. But we all know Rukia wasn't about that, and explains that she's a Soul Reaper, and that Ichigo is no regular human because he can see her in spirits. Just then, a hollow attacks, taking Ichigo's sister Karin. Rukia is then all—
What's up with, bruh? Yo, what's up with anime and constantly, like, having to do with demons and spirits and all this? Like, y'all don't get tired of this? It's the same every time. Every anime be the same thing. All of them, they the same. They all the same.
all like, I got this, and saves Karin, and shortly after, the hollow goes for Ichigo, but then Rukia uses her secret technique, the human shield, defending Ichigo from the hollow's ferocious attack. Now that Rukia's health has depleted near to zero, she then says, yo, if you want to live, you gotta take my Soul Reaper powers. And Ichigo replies with, say no more, accepting the powers. Strawberry Kurosaki now have purpose in this anime. And so
let me get this straight. In the first few episodes or whatever, what was she called? A spirit killer? A soul reaper? She dies. She's a soul reaper, but she dies anyways. She's supposed to be reaping out here, reaping souls. But as soon as she meets him, she dies. Man, let's regurgitate this storyline right there.
He goes for the slash! Taking out that hollow with ease. Moving forward, two Soul Reapers from the Soul Society, Renji and Byakuya, pull up to the world of the living and are like, hey Rukia, you have pulled one of the biggest taboos a Soul Reaper can ever make, and that is transferring your—
Don't overpay for Apple. WikiBuy can save you money.
I need to
get coupon codes automatically applied to
her powers over to a human. So for that, you're gonna die. And so they end up trying to cut that bitch up, but soon after, the main—
Hold on. She didn't die. She gave him her soul reaping powers. Why? She got tired of fighting demons? Who's the anime in these demons, man?
Character, of course, comes to the rescue, but ends up getting his ass beat and catching a few L's.
So he didn't die, he just got his...
Afterwards, Rukia, Renji, and Byakuya head to the Soul Society to perform a proper execution on Rukia, leaving Ichigo in critical condition. By the way, Rukia was the one who technically saved Ichigo by accepting her fate and suggesting that they leave the main character behind to bleed out and die.
Hold on. So, she went with him, with old boy, being like, hey, don't kill him, I'll go with you. Just leave him there to die. Bro, doesn't that not happen in all the movies? The bad guy wins like the first encounter, and then they just leave him there. They don't finish him off. When are they gonna finish him off? Bad guys is freaking lazy, bro. Like, what's like? God bless.
Really think the main character could die by simply bleeding out? Moving forward, Ichigo gets Nurse Joy by Kisuke Urahara. And that's when Urahara is
talking about Mad King. I got Mad King on my stream right now. He talking to me like I'm crazy, bro. This is the same, bro. Anime, bro. They should call it and they're the same because it's all the same.
Like, you want to enter this soul society? I got you if you come to my basement, big boy. So for this operation to rescue Rukia, Ichigo is joined by Brock, Misty, and Max. Okay, I need to stop with these goddamn Pokemon references. So for this operation, Ichigo is joined by his friends, Orihime, Uryu, and Chad, who also possess some type of...
I just got that. That's hilarious.
Supernatural power. Orihime has Shinshin Rika,
Do
Chad
you wanna
has
join the
Rashi
party?
Derecha de Gigante, and Uryu has Quincy powers, which is
So you can
basically a
defend
nice
yourself
variant
without
to what
typing?
Wind Archers have in Maple Story. So given the portal by Urahara, all four, I mean 5, including this cat, all enter the Soul Society.
Hold on. These niggas is time traveling, but they don't got no guns. Okay.
Well, that gotta hurt. While moving through the Soul Society, they end up bumping into this bitch, who gives them transportation, or I mean a cannon, to shoot them into the Serite, where the Soul Reapers live, and most importantly, where Rukia is located. As they enter...
If you ever buy
So this whole
anything
thing-
from Apple, you should use...
Man, anime freaking crazy, bro.
Serite,
So this whole thing started off. So this all started off with her coming up to him being like, he had, supposedly this dude said he had no purpose. She comes to him like, oh my God, you're not a normal human. Oh my God, you can see me and other spirits and you should be a demon reaper or whatever. And I think he was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. And then she ends up fighting some demon or whatever, and he was there. And he takes her powers and whatever. And now he gotta go save her. Man, this is some old Super Mario bullshit, bro.
all end up getting split up into pairs. Since the Soul Reapers were ordered to get rid of the intruders, Ichigo encounters a Soul Reaper named Ikaku.
Is that One Punch Man back here?
And... easy! As a result for the victory, Ichigo manages to extract the information on the location where Rukia is being executed. And
bro, this is so funny, because when you fight somebody in real life, like if you was to fist fight somebody or whatever in real life, at the end of the fight, they not going to tell you what you want to know. They still going to be talking trash from the ground. Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Mad Kingdom got tired of listening to me. He trying to jump in. He trying to jump in the party, man. I don't know how I'm going to have him. How y'all going to be able to hear him in the... Y'all might have to come to this stream if y'all watching this video. I'm on Mixer at Chill Miyagi, man, because I'm gonna join him in the party. So yeah, I don't think y'all be able to hear him though. This video about to be stupid long. Yo, what's going on, bro? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to get your voice in this video, but I don't think it's gonna work. Damn, this fucking TV's trash. One moment, YouTubers. Let me try to see if we can get Mad King in here so he can speak his mind, because he's feeling some type of way. Bleach in 16 minutes. This video is not about to be 16 minutes. Oh man, I might need to edit this. This damn TV is trash. Will it play? Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So first of all, not all anime is the same. All the hype beast ones are pretty much the same. The one all the little teenagers and all promote and they put on TV, those are the same. But they're not all demons. There's a lot of them that are like military based. There's love stories, romance stories, like regular sitcoms. Like, so no, you can't say all of them are the same.
They are the same.
Second of all, you ain't paying no attention, because yes, okay, she comes to him because he can see spirits. He says he's cool. He ends up getting into it because his sister gets attacked.
His
He wasn't
sister
even
gets.
fucking with old girl.
His sister
Yeah,
got attacked
His sister ends up.
by a demon.
His sister gets attacked. Yes, by a demon.
So she can see demons
Which is
too.
called like a hollow.
So
No, she couldn't see it. See, that's what I'm saying. You ain't paying no attention.
I'm sitting here watching it, bro.
No, you going in with a prejudiced mind state. And you just judging him. You ain't listening to what the nigga saying. Now, his sister ends up getting attacked. Old girl gets injured. So she transfers her power to him. Of course he beats the first guy because it's just a regular hollow. So she tries to get her power back. And he's like, cool, you can have it. I don't want it no way. And in the midst of that, some other kid gets attacked. He steps in to try to save him. And that's when, like, she starts training him. But the story goes on and on. And you can watch the rest of it, but you got to pay attention to what they're saying. You missing stuff because the first thing you...
Because what? Because of what? Alright, I think we lost connection. What up, Mad King? Let's get back to this video.
And so he heads out, but as he's making his way towards Rukia, he is intercepted by Renji and had no other choice but to fight. And as a result...
Why they all got the same clothes on? They don't know each other, they ain't never seen each other before, but they got the same clothes on. This is the second or third person he done ran into with the same outfit on.
Easy. So this is when Renji explains his backstory with Rukia. Basically going like, Rukia is my childhood friend. It's all my fault Rukia is getting executed. And after concluding...
Man, that's corny, bro. Every time they come into something on anime, he fights somebody, and then at the end they break down like, oh, I'm really friends with her, basically making him an ally. Like, man, this is corny, bro. This is weak, man.
Including his story of
the TV show.
That's what I'm saying. It's just all the same. it's like nothing original, B. Nothing's original nowadays, though. But I mean, shit.
About Rukia and him back in the day.
So how can you judge so hard?
I'm saying, like, it's just like everything else. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything that impressed me with this show yet.
You gotta understand, though. You talking to somebody who was a fan of Bleach before it was a hype beast thing. Like I wouldn't. I guess dick riding. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching this back when nobody was watching it. I'm just giving you the backstory of it so you know what's going on. So you know who Ichigo is and how all that works.
I just know his name.
Like,
I don't know anything about him.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
It looked like
I was
Naruto.
watching that in the 90s, my guy. So like
This came out before Dragon Ball Z?
20 years ago. Yeah. A lot of
good
stuff
old day
came out before it was famous. Like, the only reason why it's famous now because niggas hyped it up.
He then requests that Ichigo goes
in the 90s. Most niggas weren't even born back then.
ahead to save Rukia. And so, once again, Ichigo heads towards the direction where Rukia is being held. But, as expected, another Soul Reaper cuts him off. And so this Soul Reaper is named Kenpachi, who's hungry for a good fight. The fight concludes with a stalemate, with both Ichigo and Kenpachi laying in critical condition. But no worries, the main character manages to survive. Wow, what a fucking surprise. Right. Thanks to this cat.
Hold on, this cat is a person?
Bruh. Yeah, well, by the way, this cat girl's name is Yoruichi. And with that out of the way, Yoruichi brings Ichigo to special training grounds to train him to obtain his Bankai. Basically, the level 3 powers of his Zanpakuto, or in other words, his sword. After several episodes of getting an ass beating, guess who unlocks Bankai?
I'm in a party.
So with Ichigo having a mastery with Bankai, he's then like, it's time to rescue Rukia. So just as Rukia is about to get executed, Ichigo comes in clutch and sets Rukia free. He then tosses Rukia to Renji so Rukia can get the hell out of there while he takes care of the other Soul Reapers. But that's when Byakuya comes in like, oh no you don't! So with no other choice, Ichigo releases his... and he ends up winning the fight by destroying Byakuya's Zanpakuto. This is when Byakuya is like, the only reason why I allowed Rukia, my sister-in-law, to be executed is because I come from a noble family who honors the law and must set an example for other Soul Reapers.
So wait a minute. After he fought him, he talks about he loves her.
But since you have defeated me, bye-bye! So with that being said, Byakuya has deserted his...
Protecting her.
Man, these niggas, man. They fight and first answer questions later. Like, what's going on in this show, man?
Nigga, what niggas in real life usually you don't know in the hood that fight first and ask questions later?
No, I'm not AFK crazy too. I'm just messing around on this game. I'm watching the video right quick. Bruh.
How many niggas if you fought and after they ask questions you realize like that's a cool nigga?
Yeah, let's continue on with this video.
Beforehand.
Let's continue on with this video.
It's tasked to pursue Rukia. And so Rukia is pretty much off the hook at this point. But wait! Did you really think it was all gonna end here? Think again! Because this is when 3 Soul Reapers, Aizen, Gin, and Kaname, arrive at Rukia and Renji's location. Aizen then gets his hand and shoves that shit through Rukia's chest, taking the Hogyoku that Urahara had implanted and hid inside of her. This item is able to transfer Soul Reaper powers to Hollows and vice versa. Shortly after, Aizen, Gin, and Kaname flee the Soul Society to Wako Mundo, a dimension that resides between the world of the living and the Soul Society, and is also the habitat for Hollows. And by the way, they might be future villains later on, wink wink. So after that incident, the Soul Reapers no longer view Ichigo, Uryu, Chad, or Orihime as threats. And also, Orihime, Chad, and Uryu did have their own fights, but really, if it didn't include the true main character, does it really matter? And so, they return to the world of the living, on good terms with the Soul Reaper. But right before doing so, Ichigo is gifted a substitute Soul Reaper badge, basically a badge allowing Ichigo to go into Soul Reaper mode without using Soul Candy, like he always has been doing. And so, moving forward, we got...
Soul Reaper mode, what is that, like Super Saiyan?
Oh my god, a filler arc! So moving past that atrocious filler arc, Ichigo meets Shinji, who is a Vizard. And if you don't know what a Vizard is, too bad. Just kidding. So basically, a Vizard is a Soul Reaper who has acquired hollow powers. And by the way, Ichigo has shown hints of having this type of power, but it really wasn't relevant till now. So with Ichigo technically being qualified as a Vizard, Shinji is like, hey man, you should leave the Soul Reapers and join my squad. But Ichigo briskly declines. Moving forward, 2 Arrancar arrive in Karakura Town, Ukiura and Yami. And what is an Arrancar, you ask? Well, to answer your question, it's a hollow that has removed its mask and obtained powers similar to that of a Soul Reaper. Oh, I really wonder who's responsible for this. This is when Chad and Orihime pull up after sensing their spiritual levels over 9! Oh hell nah! You ain't gonna finish that dead-ass meme! Well, after Orihime and Chad sense the Arrancar's spiritual pressure, they rush to the location and engage in battle. And it looks like Chad takes a fat L. Just as Orihime is about to get striked, you already know the main character is gonna appear. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, this was a bit unexpected. So this is when Urahara and Yoruichi arrive at the scene, and pretty much scares the 2 Arrancar off. Or maybe not scare them off, because Ukiura says they were sent by Aizen to gauge Ichigo's strength. And since Ichigo was seen as trash to them, there was no use staying around. With Ichigo feeling like a weak piece of shit, he goes to meet up with the Vizard, asking if they can teach him how to control his holification. And they're like, all you gotta do is join! And with Ichigo being Ichigo, he's like, nah, I'm just here to use you guys. And so a fight breaks out, leading Ichigo to release his untamed holification and choking this bitch out. But soon after, the Vizard restrains Ichigo and stops his rampage. After seeing Ichigo's holification potential, they then decide to help Ichigo get a grip of his power. Moving forward, Ukiura was ordered by Aizen to capture Orihime because he had an interest in her powers, also threatening her friends' lives if she didn't comply. Ukiura then gives Orihime a 12-hour period before bringing her to Wako Mundo, allowing her to say goodbye to one person. She is then instructed to wear this bracelet, which makes her invisible to everyone but the Arrancar. And so she says goodbye to Ichigo before being taken prisoner by Aizen. Moving forward, the Soul Reapers inform Ichigo about Orihime and concludes that she has sided with the Arrancar. Ichigo did not accept that, and so he gathers with Uryu and Chad and heads to Wako Mundo through the Garganta that Urahara has opened for them. On their arrival, they meet...
This ain't nothing but some reality TV and some anime.
Basically.
good-natured Arrancar, Nell, Pesce, and Don Chaka. Shortly after, Rukia and Renji appear. Using the Arrancar's warm-looking pet, Bawa Bawa, they travel to Las Noches, where Orihime is being held. Now that they have arrived in Las Noches, they had no other choice but to go up against the Arrancar elite forces, known as the Espada. But of course, they breeze through these fights no problem because after all, they all got that main character invincibility cloak equipped. Never mind. Moving forward, the Espada Grimmjow sneaks Orihime out of her prison to heal Ichigo. Or maybe not heal, more like bring back from the dead, using her power to reject reality, and basically rewind time before a certain event occurred. But the reason why Grimmjow did this is to get a proper deathmatch with Ichigo. Because the last time they faced each other, he was forced to retreat before finishing their fights episodes back. What's funny is that I forgot to include this detail, so I'm including it now. And so, Ichigo unleashes his holification and beats that ass easy money! And... hey, you know there's another filler arc? What?
He's flying.
I heard you the first time! For fuck's sake! Because these shits suck so much, I will skip them for the sake of this anime minutes. Thank me later and I will kiss you on the cheek. Shortly after defeating Grimmjow, two Arrancar appear, Noitra and Tessera, and they end up picking a fight with Ichigo. And so, with Ichigo being at a weakened state, he takes a fat L. Nani? Where did Kenpachi come from? Nani? Kenpachi takes out Noitra? Nani? Orihime gets captured by an Arrancar again? None! Alright, I need to stop. Well, moving forward, with many Soul Reapers besides Kenpachi pulling up to Wako Mundo, Aizen uses Bakugo number 77 to contact them, basically using Bakugo number 77 as a fucking speaker to tell them that he lured them here, closing off the Gargantas that they entered here through, and essentially trapping the Soul Reapers in Wako Mundo. With that being said, Aizen leaves Wako Mundo with Gin and Kaname to Karakura Town to create the Oken, a key to the Soul King Palace, which requires 100,000 souls to create. And basically, Aizen's plan is to fight the Soul King, to overthrow him and take his throne. But I have heard that Aizen just wanted to have a good fight, but, I mean, yeah, I just saw that on the internet, but hey, let's move on. But little did Aizen know, Urahara has set up a plan to replace the real Karakura Town with their replica, and to post the 13 Court Guard Squad captains in that fake Karakura Town. But as soon as Aizen arrives, he already knew what's up. He was like, yeah, this shit is all fake. And so Aizen summons his Arrancar troops, and soon after the Vizier arrives, siding with the Soul Reapers with the intention to take down Aizen. Yo, tell me why this song makes me want to twerk. Moving forward, Ukiura is with Orihime planning to finish her off, because Aizen no longer has a purpose for her. But of course, the main character arrives at the scene once again. And so Ukiura and Ichigo have a spicy fight, even breaking the boundaries of this goddamn dimension. Meanwhile, the 13 Court Guard Squad captains got a lot on their plate, and oh, for crying out loud, another filler arc? Yeah, I think I'm getting tired of covering these filler openings, so you know what it's time for? It's time to get into the good shit. Change! Well, moving forward, Ichigo is still in that
I'm gonna have to pause this video to finish this game of 2K. Yo, we back. Just lost the game of 2K because people don't know how to shoot, bro. Had all the dang on points, fam. All the points. Let's go.
Juicy fight with Ukiura, pushing him to enter his full hollow form after being killed. Yeah, you heard me right. But with this form, Ichigo spreads Ukiura's cheeks like bread and drills, killing that bitch. But it looks like Ichigo goes down alongside with him. You know he's the main character, right? What are you talking about? Fucking hacks! After recovering, Ichigo heads down to do cleanup duty and attempts to take out the Arrancar Yami. But in the midst of battle, Byakuya stops Ichigo, telling him that he must return to the world of the living, using the Garganta Mayuri created. And so after a bit of conflict, he goes through the Garganta with Netsu Unohana. While traveling through the Garganta, Unohana tells Ichigo he is the only one who can possibly defeat Aizen because he is the main character. I'm kidding. It's because Ichigo hasn't been exposed to Aizen's Zanpakuto ability, Kanzen Simon, or complete hypnosis, which is initiated through looking at the release of Aizen's Zanpakuto. This ability's influence is pretty much permanent, and has the ability to hypnotize and manipulate all 5 senses. Unohana warns Ichigo to never look at Aizen's Shikai, or in other words, Aizen's Zanpakuto release. Moving forward, the Arrancar get wiped out, Aizen's henchman Kaname gets killed, and Ichigo arrives in false Karakura Town, and goes to strike Aizen right off the bat. But it doesn't seem to be working out so well, and so the Vizier and Soul Reapers help out the boy Ichigo, and ends up getting annihilated. Shizukani! With Ichigo being the final man standing, he goes up against Aizen once again. And this is when Aizen is like, check out my nipples, or, I mean, my Hogukyu I fused with. Which essentially gives Aizen fucking god mode. Aizen then continues spouting out some bullshit, saying that he has forged Ichigo's path all the way till now, since the day he was born. This is when Daddy Kurosaki swoops in, and apparently he's a Soul Reaper. Shortly after, Gin arrives at the scene, and takes on Ichigo while Ichigo's father Ishin takes on Aizen. As Ishin is fighting Aizen, Urahara and Yoriichi arrive to assist.
That's his daddy? His daddy just came out of nowhere.
In this battle, with Aizen being an OP-ass motherfucker, he then follows through and drills their cheeks with ease. Shortly after those ass drillings, Aizen then leaves with Gin to head to the real Katakura town to forge the Oaken, leaving Ichigo, Ishin...
People ain't doing nothing in this but fighting and leaving. Fight and beat somebody up, then leave. Then they chase after them, they fight, and somebody leave. I don't know how y'all Animaniacs do it.
Urahara and Yoruichi alive. Moving forward, Ichigo's father gives Ichigo one of those powerful Naruto speeches, saying even though they are too weak to defeat Aizen, they can't just stand around doing nothing, because everyone in Katakura town will inevitably be slaughtered. And so Ishin opens the Senkaimon, enabling them to travel to the real Katakura town. As they are traveling through the Senkaimon, Ishin notices the cleaner is no longer there in the Dangai. Essentially, the cleaner is there to kill anyone or anything from staying too long. And the cleaner is pretty much as durable as Diamond, but since Aizen got those OP hacks on, he destroyed that shit pretty easily on his way to Katakura town. With that being said, Ishin decides to take advantage of the time distortion in the Dangai to teach Ichigo the final Getsuga Tensho. And for those people who don't know the time distortion in the Dangai, I'm gonna tell you. Well, just look at it like this. 1 year outside the Dangai will equate to 2,000 years in here. So yeah, Ichigo kinda got a lot of fucking time on his hand. So moving forward a couple of episodes, Gin ends up turning on Aizen because apparently he and Rangiku were childhood friends. And Aizen ended up harming her a long time back, making him plot his revenge the day he affiliated himself with Aizen. But things don't go as planned. Shortly after the death of Gin, the boy Ichigo makes his appearance, and man did he get a buff after training in that Dangai. Just look at this disrespect right here.
He smacked my mans in the face.
And so Ichigo and Aizen have their...
So that dude right here, where he at? Y'all know who he is. He supposedly got God mode, but Ichigo trained him for 2,000 years, and now he can just smack him in the face. Animaniacs.
Their final showdown, resulting in Ichigo using the final Getsuga Tensho, smacking that bitch Aizen right in the mouth and taking him down. And to put the icing on the cake, Urahara uses his Kido to seal and apprehend Aizen. Knowledgeable of the repercussions for using the final Getsuga Tensho, Ichigo slowly loses his Soul Reaper powers and... Oh my god, for God's sake! Another filler arc?!
Ah, get this filler arc opening out of my face.
Well, moving past those goddamn fillers, Ichigo has lost all of his spiritual energy, and so he says his farewells to Rukia. And that is the end of Bleach.
Wait, so he not a Soul Reaper no more? He lost his powers. Ejectocito, cuz.
Well, apparently there's more. This is the final arc of Bleach. Sorry to say it's shit, so I will skim over this shit like no tomorrow. So with Ichigo no longer having spiritual energy, this guy hits him up like, hey yo, you want your powers back? And Ichigo's like, yeah bro! So Ichigo unlocks Fullbring powers. Of course, that's after a series of tests that pushed his physical and spiritual capabilities. Just as Ichigo gets a mastery of his Fullbring powers, this guy turns on Ichigo and steals his powers. That's when Rukia appears behind him and stabs him with a special blade, giving him spiritual energy and his Soul Reaper powers back. With that being...
So what was the point of taking the spiritual powers? Bro, I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. What was the point of taking the spiritual powers if why did he lost? Okay, before y'all go crazy in the comments, Mad King, he lost it. He didn't give it away, right? He just lost it. Like, he maxed out. Like, he splurged. That was it. He capped out. Now he got him back because he tried to get him back doing something else. Dude turned on him. Then she came back and saved him, so he ended up getting him back. Now he's gonna fight him.
Being said, Ichigo beats that ass and kills that bitch. Oh yeah, his name was Kugo Ginjo. For anyone who actually cares about that, I mean, I don't know why you would, but yeah. So with that villain out of the way, Ichigo's Soul Reaper powers returned. We got the conclusion of Bleach, or maybe not the true conclusion because we still haven't gotten to the 1,000-year Blood War arc, but let's pray someday they will release it to the anime.
So okay, so there's basically some more that's coming. I thought they was done making Bleach. I thought they was done making Bleach. don't know. He got his Patreon right here. Make sure y'all go support him on his Patreon. I don't know whose video this is. I don't know. Shout out to him. This video was hilarious. Dude made hilarious. I understand probably 5% to 10% of the whole Bleach, because you know I wasn't paying attention too closely, because you know I don't be focusing like that. I ain't got time. But I don't know. It seems. What would I give this on a scale of 1 to 10? Based on this little bit that I just learned right here. To be honest, the only part I would want to see is when he fights that dude at the end. Not the very end, but that one guy, what's his name? Who had the thing in the middle or whatever. That's the only part I would want to watch, is him fight him. Oh no, when he came back with the long hair after 2,000 years and he slapped my man's up in the face. That's what only part I would care to watch. All in all, I don't know. Based on 1 to 10, what is my scale? What would I give Dragon Ball Z? I would think I would give Dragon Ball Z from Dragon Ball all the way through Dragon Ball Super, which I haven't even watched any Super for real. I'll probably give Dragon Ball Z a 9. I'll give Dragon Ball a 9. That's high. Naruto, I have not watched Shippuden yet. I haven't watched Shippuden. I don't know if I ever watch it. Naruto, I give Naruto an 8. That's tough, man, because I used to play this Naruto game, NFF. Naruto Final Fight, for y'all Beyond players out there, man. That game was dope, man. I give Naruto an 8.5. Bleach, based on this, I'll probably give it about a 3. Hit me up in the comments, man. The rating too low? Am I out of my mind? Or am I right on the money, man? I'm expecting to see some comments. I give it a 3. I give Rurouni Kenshin a 7. That's not. That's me being favorite. That's favoritism though. Rurouni Kenshin, I think I was about a 6. Rurouni Kenshin was dope though. Yu Yu Hakusho was a 7 for sure. So Yu Yu Hakusho was dope. Yeah, those are my ratings. I give Bleach a 3. Based on this, I have not seen Bleach. Based on this 16 minutes, pretty much only 2 or 3 minutes I've, comprehended, I'd give it a 3. So that's not even that bad. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Anime fans, let me see you in the comments, man. Well, let's have some dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Help me, help you, help me, help you. Whatever. Peace.